Hey, David, Saturday, I said on the air, I felt nervous watching that game. There was a nervous flow to it. It was a frenetic pace, but it wasn't a high-scoring game. How did it feel on the court, the way Irvine was playing you guys? Was there that frenetic nervousness kind of feel out there for you guys?
I wouldn't say that. I think we didn't come out, ready. The coaching staff did a good job of telling us what to expect. And, Irvine changes defenses a lot and they mix things up. So they definitely did that, and I think that had an effect. But we made a lot of really silly turnovers in the backcourt of just not being strong with the ball and making, errant passes. And they turned into really easy, opportunities for them, layups, and ones like Coach had said earlier. So I don't know if I'd say that, but I think they came out and they punched us right away and got some steals and forced us to make turnovers.
Because I've never, the games that I've seen this year, I don't think I've seen a team that has deflected, tipped, kicked, kneed so many balls throughout an entire game. Was that more what they did or what you guys didn't do?
I think it's a combination of both. They were very quick and they were athletic, and they obviously played with 4 guards and then a center, so they applied a lot of pressure. But credit to them, they did a good job of getting hands in the passing lanes and deflecting and stuff. But at the same time, we know we're better than that, and we can take care of the ball better than we did. So I think it's a combination of both.
Hey, David, how disappointed were you guys, and I guess still are, letting that game, slip away, especially, as a home court, a team that, even with you guys, and you had a great crowd, and I know you didn't put up the performance you guys wanted to.
Yeah, absolutely. We felt like that was a game we definitely could have had, and it was in front of a packed house and home court advantage, and, we're obviously very disappointed at that, but we're going to learn from it, and, we got a big road trip coming up. So, looking back on the Irvine game, we're going to learn from it, and, we'll move forward. But definitely a game we let slip away from us.
So much is being made of one, the defense, and then the offense, or vice versa. The lack of scoring for you guys, I mean, is there a frustration level that it builds with you guys, or you just is not because you've been winning? It does not really matter as long as you win.
Yeah, I mean, as long as we win, as far as how many points we score, if we score 25 points and win, we're happy. Obviously, we'd like to score, as many points as we could, but ultimately getting the victory, is our ultimate goal. And defensively, we've been doing a very good job of holding opponents. You have really low shooting percentage, 3 and 2. So I think that also, plays into our offense, kind of our style a little bit. But, we'd like to score more, but, as long as we're getting the win, that's all that really matters.
You guys still played well defensively in terms of field goal percentage. So, I mean, you liked how you played defensively, I guess, other than just giving up a lot of offensive rebounds on Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, we held the team, under 30%, but, giving up 20 offensive rebounds, and then on top of that, the 15 turnovers, kind of around our average, but like Coach said, they're big turnovers that just led to easy layups because most of the other guys, were back. So, they credit to them. They hustled and they got a lot of offensive rebounds, which gave them second opportunities and to get to the free throw line.
Talk about this week. I mean, you're going to go on the road and play a couple teams that are right there with you in the standings. So, how important is this week for you guys?
Oh, this is huge. On any given night, anyone can beat anyone in this conference. Long Beach has done a very good job, up to this point. But this is huge for us to go get 2 on the road and, kind of give us some separation, with other teams that are, right with us. So, very big road trip for us.
Do you guys, you've played so many road games, there's been so few home games. Do you guys feel comfortable out on the road? Because you kind of hear a cliche where the road team doesn't have to entertain the fans and whatnot. So do you guys feel kind of comfortable where you don't have to worry about any of that stuff and you can just do your game?
I don't know if I'd say that, but we're very comfortable playing on the road. As here, we love playing here at home. I think the crowds have been really good, and obviously we practice here and all that stuff, home court feel. But we've gone on the road and we've played some very good teams this year, especially in non-conference. So it's going to be nothing new to us, and we'll be just fine.
How nice was it to get Chris back in the lineup and give you guys? I know he had kind of a tough game offensively, and it looked like maybe he was shaking some rust off. But as a team, how nice was it to get another one of the players back and get somebody else that can come off the bench and or start, however he's going to work his way into the lineup. But I mean, seeing him back on the court, how was that?
Yeah, that's great. We need everyone to, contribute and step up. And obviously Chris, before he got hurt was, playing a lot of minutes for us. So it was good to see him, get back and play again. And he'll definitely be key for us for the rest of the year as long as he stays healthy.
Can you point to a guy, maybe one of the young guys, that you see in practice really making strides that you wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing that in games?
Yeah, I think our freshmen have been doing a really good job. Malik all year has just done a great job having to jump right in, with Amari's injury, and Kyle. He's been doing really well as Jamal has really started to turn it on, I think, and he's just getting better every day. And then Ben Eisenhart and Ryan Pebbleton are doing well too. Obviously, Ben had that flu or virus infection, so I think on any given night, one of those 3 or 4 guys can really contribute for us.
You've been seeing a lot of zone defenses, at least you did the last week. Why do you think you're seeing that, and what kind of things are you guys going to have to do to hurt people when they're playing your zone?
Yeah, well, with Fullerton, we were able to in the second half really get to them. As far as why teams are playing zone, our shooting percentages are low, so I think that may be a factor, shooting the ball from the outside. But not really sure on that. But as far as, breaking the zone, we've got different stuff that we can do. And, like I said, versus Fullerton, we were able in the second half to really get at that. And Irvine did a good job of switching it up. But then again, I thought there were moments where we did a really good job of breaking it down. So.
I didn't know that you were leading the conference in minutes until Chris pointed that out. Have you been tired at the ends of games, like exhausted, or do you feel that your body's holding up pretty good?
So far so good. I think there were times where I've gotten a little bit tired, but overall I feel like I'm in very good shape, and I knew coming in that, conditioning was going to be very big. So I don't think that's played a factor, as far as tiredness or anything like that. I feel good.
Finally, just can you kind of talk about and I know it's hard to talk about yourself, but can you kind of talk about a role? Have you tried to take on a leadership role a little bit with this team this season?
Yeah, absolutely. I was voted as team captain earlier this year, and with guys graduating last year, Lorenzo and stuff like that. So I definitely would say that I try to step up and be a leader on the court as well as off the floor. It's kind of my role on this team.
Can you point to a couple examples of things that you've done to try to help people along, maybe the younger kids?
Yeah, just pulling them aside and talking to them about certain stuff, and not necessarily just basketball related. It's my 3rd year here, so I kind of been around and I know how things work. So just kind of maybe do this, do that, and just helping them along and helping them mature. So then it's just easier for them.
Awesome, thanks, man.
Thank you.